Okay. So this is another weird one where the like the it didn't capture the audio. Like I think it captured maybe like the first, I want to say like 3 minutes of audio, and then it just stopped capturing. And then when I went to edit, and I don't notice these things, and this has happened twice, and it's both times it's been on the Zelda, and I don't know why, but yeah. So I'm doing this in post. It's been like a week or two since I actually recorded the video. So I don't remember. I've recorded other stuff since, so I don't remember what all is on this one. But yeah, apologies, because it sucks when it doesn't work and I don't pay attention. But I think it's something like the cables being loose, and when like the cable's loose, it defaults to another microphone, and the only other microphone I have is like the one that's built into my laptop, but it doesn't default to that. It defaults to like just the regular input from the game. So basically, it just does the game audio twice. So it literally is worthless. But yeah, I think this is the 19th Zelda video, or the 18th or 19th. I think it's 19th. But I remember, yeah, it's the bird tower, and we're trying to get to the end. And I think I have most of it figured out, because I think that's what happened in the last, what's it called? The last episode was me figuring out the final pieces that were needed, or like, basically it like put me on like on the path to just like quickly get through this. Also, I can't really see the screen right now because there's so much cat hair everywhere, and I'm trying to get the cat hair off of my face so that I can see the screen, because I wear glasses, and if there's cat hair on my glasses, that means there's cat hair in my eyes, and that means that I'm allergic to cats. So that's not a good thing. I think I'm rocking and rolling now. So yeah, this was like the bird temple, and it looks like we're ready for the boss. Is that right? Bah! I'm not going to hold back. I'm going to make you wish you were never born. Oh yeah, it's the big old chicken bird. I'm getting, I'm reminded. Yeah, I remember the evil eagle. So yeah, this boss actually was not that bad. I do remember though. I think I switched to the boomerang. Oh, that's unfortunate that I fell. But do I switch? I feel like I did switch to the boomerang, because one of the things I was noticing in this game, and I didn't put it together till afterwards, was that, yeah, there it is. The boomerang does damage to everything. Like, it's not like in the other games, it would defeat the small guys, like the little blobs or the little bats and stuff like that. But it wouldn't actually hurt like bosses and stuff like that. It would just kind of clink. And even like the bigger enemies, it would just kind of stun them. It wouldn't actually hurt them. But this is some next level boomerang, because it actually hits the enemy. So yeah, I figured that out, as you can see, per the usage of the bad aim. And yeah, now I'm just trying to beat this dude using the rang. Like it's interesting because I'm not playing it, right? So like I'm not focused on like the controls and trying to do like multiple things at once. I'm just watching like previous me. My energy gone. I lost. But you will be lost too if the windfish awakens. Same as me. You are in his dream. Like looking at it just like in terms of like the actual gameplay and like not me playing, I'm like, it looks fun. I know when I'm actually playing it, half the time I'm just complaining. But I do, yeah, I will say this, it's like, there's some parts of this game where I'm just kind of like, bleh. But there's also, oh yeah, it's the magic piano. Or the organ. Is it the organ or the piano? The organ of evening calm. Link, you have the organ of evening calm. I like that they all play the same little tune. The Ballad of the Windfish. So yeah, I think this is instrument number 6 or 7. Is it 6 or 7? I don't remember. But I do know that it's getting to that ocarina of time. The music of the ocarina leads. Let's see. Oh yeah. I was up all the way on this. I was all the way on this side. Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, the next temple is all the way in the top left. Because I think I got the mirror shield in this one, and that's what is used to like go up against that wall of fire that I couldn't get through. I thought I needed like something else, but no, it's the mirror shield. So I believe that's where I'm headed, but again, I don't remember. That's what I would assume I'd be doing. But yeah, all right. Yeah, look at me. Look, okay, what are you doing? Just that one. There you go. Take that one. Or just come on, dude. I might have been. You know what? Because I was doing this in the while playing this game. I did have my phone out for some like moments to kind of be like where to go next. Because I was realizing while I was playing this, like I was like, this is going on for a while. Like, what is this, like almost episode 20 almost? And I know I did Soccer Wars and that was pretty long, but this one, like, I was like, I didn't think it was going to be this long, especially when I've been doing them longer. Like, the actual episode's been longer, but whatever. Yeah, so he's telling me where I got to go next. And it's strange watching this and, like, because I played this already. And, like, but it's strange to me because there's, like, I'll be doing something. And it's easy for me to see, like, when I'm making a mistake or when I'm not, like, actually playing it. You know, like, oh, how come I didn't do this or how come I didn't do that? Well, because it's like, well, yeah, now you know about it and now you can focus on it and like kind of notice. But when you're actually playing it, you just, you know, your brain's doing other stuff. So yeah, there's been like moments here where I'm like going and I'm like, I'm just thinking to myself in my head while I'm watching myself play, which is a little weird. Like, go that way or pull up the menu or use the you know, and I can say that now because I've lived it, but at this point I hadn't. But you know, it's interesting. This is, I think, the third Zelda game that came out. I think it was Zelda 1, 2, Link's Awakening, and then Link to the Past. I think that's how they did them, but I don't remember off the top of my head. But like, this one is so much different than Zelda 1. Like, Zelda 2 is like a whole nother, like, that's completely unrelated to everything. But this one feels way more like, I don't know, like, it's very much trying to guide you to the next thing, but like, kind of a little too on the nose, you know? It's kind of just being pretty straightforward on like, hey, go here, which Zelda 1 didn't do, and Zelda 2 did even less. I mean, Zelda 2 was like not even less, because Zelda 1 didn't have any NPCs, but Zelda 2 didn't have it just said like, go to the town of Ruto, and you're just like, I don't know where that is, sir. Oh, it's Marin. Yeah, you got a hook shot across with her. Oh no! Link! Link, you saved me! Oh, and then, yeah. He's like, hey! What are you guys doing? Huh? Taryn? Never mind. Gotta go. Bye, Link. You're not gonna give me like a piece of heart or anything? Rude. You're not afraid of heights? You just jumped from like 3 stories up. Anyway. Oh yeah, and then the... Hello! That girl, she sang in front of the egg. Song of Awakening. Did she intend to... Oh yeah. Yeah. So I think I have it already. Yeah, at this point I should have it already. But it's like the song of like Awakening, which is the one that the frog played for us in the little concert hall. And this one's Turtle Rock, I think, is the at least that's what it looks like. I don't know what it's actually called, but because I feel like Turtle Rock is also in... It's also in A Link to the Past and Link Between Worlds, and it's probably in some of the other ones too. It's like one of those things that they just keep reusing. But yeah, it's this one. Well, I don't know if it's it's not a turtle in this one. It's like a dragon. But it reminds me of like the Turtle Rock deal that they do in the games. Yeah, it's a like you play the song and then like the rock comes to life. Yeah, so here, put up the shield, and now yeah, look at that. Now you can get through without any problem. Yeah, I'm still surprised that this game came out and they did not try to like optimize it any further. Like I think it was done by is it Grezzo? Are they the ones who made this game? Because they're the ones who Grezzo. They're the ones who've been doing all the what's it called? They were doing all of the remakes for Legend of Zelda. So maybe they did this one too. I don't know, but yeah, it just seems, especially for like a Nintendo game, like especially like something like this that's like it wasn't like oh, it's like a budget title that we're gonna release, like, you know, whatever. Like, no, they made a big deal out of this one. Had a little anime opening and everything. Like, they tried to bring like their A squad. Is it you have to drop a bomb? I forget what you have to do here. Oh yeah, because his face is cracked. You can kind of see like the crack in his face, which is a pretty clever way to like. Yeah, because I think when you hit him, it makes the crack bigger. Yeah, that's cool. That's a cool little using the game world to show you how to play the game. I think it's pretty clever. Yeah, you can see it's his like dragon, alligator, croco face. There he is. Yeah, I think he's supposed to be like a dragon. It's weird though, because like his hands aren't moving. Just his head. But yeah, back to like the optimization thing. Yeah, I think it's just strange because they like Nintendo's really good about making like with their underpowered hardware. They're really good about making it so that you're like the games that they release and make are very clearly made for that platform, so they're able to utilize everything and make it kind of more impressive than it really is. So like you'll look at some games like the Wii, right? Yeah, Turtle Rock. Like on the Wii, and you'll see that, for example, Mario Kart Wii. There was other games that were coming out at the time, and Mario Kart Wii just looks so much better than them, and it's just like, what did they do? But it's Nintendo knowing their hardware and, you know, pulling all the stops to try to get something that looks really good. And then you look at Xenoblade Chronicles and games like that where like the developers, most of them are it's almost always Nintendo, like in-house or one of their parties that do it. But it's this bigums. It's usually them to do it, and you know they're able to make it like, oh, it's 60 frames per second, or like, oh, it looks really good. There's no like frame rate dips or anything like that. So it's really interesting that this game came out and it has the issues with the frame rate because it's not a very common thing for them to do. It's usually their A team when, especially with stuff like this, so it's like Zelda. I know they've been using Grezzo for a while for some of their stuff, but something like this. Well, I guess no, because the other team's been working on Breath of the Wild 2 for like 5 years now. I think this gives a chest or something, or something comes out. Yeah. But enough about the frame rate dips. That's neither here nor there. I did see on right now it's the time of this recording. It is, oh god, it's actually a month later, I think. Cuz didn't I record this on like Tuesday? Oh no, it's not a month later. Tuesday was 2/22/22. It was like 2 weeks ago. Okay, so it's only been like 2 weeks. Right now it's March 4th. Oh right, this one's, it's like a bunch of boss rushes. So this might be the final dungeon. But I mean, well, I guess besides the dungeon that is the actual final dungeon, which is like they do 8 temples and then one big boy. So yeah, I think this is getting close to the end. I like the design on these little dudes. They're in that guy's in Zelda 2, which never referenced. They just hate it. I'm waiting for somebody to make a remake because I love that one. Yeah, those guys came out in that one too. You hit them and then he turns into 2 little bats. Do you see the floor? It's like a turtle. So here, I didn't know, and I don't know if I know when I was playing, if I knew when I was playing at this point. But you can actually attack the, yeah, there it is. Yeah, you can attack the like black hole. Also, I just realized I haven't seen the Wallmaster enemy. I think they use that in like all of them, except for, again, Zelda 2 is different, but I think they use the Wallmaster in most of the games. It's like a hand that, like, it grabs you and it sends you back to the beginning of the dungeon. But I haven't seen that in this one. Lava. You know so yeah, there's frame rate dips, and you know it's not the best in terms of them making the Switch look absolutely like phenomenal and like, oh look, we don't need better hardware because look what we can do with it. It's not doing that. But I will say that in terms of the art style and how everything looks, it still looks really nice. It looks really cool. I know people were torn about the art style when it came out, but it happens every time there's a new art style. Like every Zelda game has a different friggin' art style, and people just complain about it. But I really dig this one. The whole thing where everything looks like small miniatures because of the way they have the camera. The lighting effects and stuff are cool. Although it is a really dark looking game in terms of the shading and stuff. Like right now I'm looking at it on my computer screen because it's playing the recording. But every time I like edit one of these on my computer and they're in the dungeons or something, I have to make it brighter because it's really dark. And it looks good contrast wise. You know, it's like, oh wow, you know, darks and lights, blah blah blah. But when you're actually playing, it's like, it's kind of dark. Like it's kind of hard to see some stuff, and there's definitely some details that you can't make out because it's so friggin' dark. So I do know about, you know, I haven't played this game fully ever in my life. This is the farthest I've ever gotten on this game. But I do know that the whole idea is that he's asleep. It's called Link's Awakening. He's asleep and all of this is a dream, but maybe it isn't. It's something like that. And that's why like the bosses are like, if you God, what did I say? Like if you wake the windfish, everything will be over because it's just a dream. Or don't wake the windfish and your whole goal is like, oh, I need to wake the windfish so I can leave this island. But leave the island means you're gonna wake up and then everything that was here is gonna cease to exist. But I don't know if it exists in like Link's mind or if it's something else, like it's a whole other world. I don't remember the exacts, or I don't even know if they're even that clear on it. But when you think about it, it's kind of sad. Like everyone that's not a villain is like, hey, no, everyone who is a villain is like, hey, can you not kill all of us, please? And you know, Link's just like, I just want to get home, and this seems to be the only way home, is to awaken the windfish, and then maybe he can send me home. But in reality, what he's doing is like, I'm waking up from this slumber, and everything's gonna cease to exist. So it is a sad tale if that is what ends up happening. Cause like, I don't know, it's a cool little world, but it's also strange in that there's so many like Mario references to it, because I guess maybe they justified it as like, oh well, it's a dream, so we can put in whatever we want. But yeah, there's like Goombas and Bow Wow and Piranha Plants and fucking, there's other stuff. There's Mario. Terran looks like Mario. I don't know. Stupid Stonebeak. Yeah, I know. I think this. I get to a point in this. I think I get to a point in this temple where it starts frustrating me. See, oh my! You can see the lag on there when the fireballs came out. That there was like a definite, like it chugged. Yeah, oof, that's rough. And you know, so it's interesting. People talk about a lot about like well, if it's not in 60 frames, I don't want to play it. Or how come you know this, that, and the other. And I get why people want stuff in 60 frames. It's just a lot smoother. It looks nicer, that kind of stuff when it moves. But there's games that are in 30 frames that look fine. This one though, like, I mean, they can't even get a steady 30. So, but if it were 60, I feel like it would look a lot cleaner. And I think 60 frames games are usually ones that require it due to the nature of the game. Like faster paced type of games usually want to be at least 60 frames, or they're usually, I mean, they're more on computers, but consoles, I mean, like you want them to be 60 frames because they need to have as little. Oh, did I really not bomb the wall there? I clearly saw the cracks in the wall. You dummy, go back. Well, I think I figure it out later. At least I hope I do. But yeah, like I understand why people are like get hung up on that kind of stuff, you know. Like, oh well, I want 60 frames per second for the frame rate because everything's smoother and it looks better, and you know, my input lag. And I get it, but like not every game needs 60 frames. And like if you're that snobby about it, where you're like, well, if it's not 60 frames, I don't want to play it. Like the only time that for me is acceptable is if like they release something on the Switch and then something on the PS4 or PS5, and the PS4 version is 60 frames and the Switch one is not. Then it's like, okay, well maybe I just won't get it on the Switch. Like that's unacceptable because a better version exists, right? But something like this, right? This comes out, and if someone goes, oh well, it's only 30 frames, so I'm not gonna buy it. I'm like, shut up. Like, what? What do you, like, why? Like, who do you think you're cool to saying that? Like, who cares, man? Like, you're depriving yourself of something only because it's not it hasn't checked a box on your thing. It's still perfectly playable, but you know, it's not the peak of performance, so I don't want it. I always think arguments like that are stupid. Like where it's like, oh, I don't want it because it's not 60 frames, or it's not even in 1080. Like, it's only in 720. I don't want it. It looks like trash. It's like, yeah, but it still plays fine and it works and it's fun. So who cares? Like in a perfect world, everything would be in 4K HDR, 120 frames, whatever. But it ain't. So who cares? Like, as long as it's fun to play and it doesn't like it. If it functions well enough, then just fucking live with it. Now, if the game was stuttering left and right and it was an issue, I'm like, okay, well then I believe you. Complain all you want. But if it ain't, like, shut up. What are you doing? The only asterisk to that point of view is if there is a version that runs better, that exists, then get the other version. And then it's like, come on, dude, how come you guys didn't do the good one for me on the Switch? But I think it's always going to be like that. I think the Switch is just always going to have, like, slightly less ports. An example is like I remember I was gonna buy Ys 9 on the Switch because I was like, I can have it portable, like it'll be nice to take it on the go or be able to like play in the bedroom instead of the living room and just put the Switch in the dock or whatever and do that. And I was like, cool, yeah, I'll do that. And then the Switch version I think also came out like 5 months later, and I was like, I don't know if I want to wait 5 months. But then also, one thing that people had brought up is like, well, Ys 8 had some performance issues where it kind of lagged and it looked really blurry. And so I was like, fine, I'll get it on the PS4. And I got it on the PS4 and it was fine. It looked good. It played good. And then when the Switch one came out, and I was like, well, I really did like this game and I kind of feel like replaying it, but maybe I want to replay it on the Switch. Maybe I can do that. And then I looked online. And it was looking kind of rough. And I downloaded the demo because I wanted to see what it looked like and played. And it was like not running that. It was running fine. It was playable, but there was definitely some dips and stuff like that. And then like the graphical like fidelity of everything was not. It just coming from the PS4 version. It was really noticeable seeing how like straight lines were no longer straight lines. It looked like they put like a PS1 filter over some of the stuff, so you can definitely see like the jaggies on things, and it doesn't diminish the game. But after having played the, I guess, superior version, I was like, yeah, I think I'm just gonna not. If I do replay this, I'm just gonna replay this on the PlayStation again. I'm not gonna buy this Switch one, which sucks because again, like I wanted to play it on be portable and it's a dope ass game, but. It's that, like, the voices sound more muddled and lower quality and like, the music. I was just like, yeah, I'm just going to stick to the nicer one. It's unfortunate. So it was, and what sucks with that, too, is that because they're porting everything to the Switch, they're doing, like, they're adding, like, extra stuff into games specifically for the Switch ports. Which is, whatever, they got to give you a reason to rebuy a game, or if it is someone's first time with the game, to give them like the best experience possible. Like, why would you leave stuff out if you already have it? It's already in existence. So, makes sense. But I was looking at Ys 8, right? So I was like, Ys 8, I got it on the PS4. I've been playing it. I like it. And then there's like extra DLC costumes, and I was like, oh, I like extra things like that for no reason. Like, I like having those. So I went on the PlayStation. You can only get like one for her name's Laxia. She's one of the party members. And I was like, all right, cool, whatever. And then I checked, and I guess the Vita one had a different costume that you can get, or 2 more costumes. And I was like, okay, well, kind of sucks, but whatever. And then I looked, and the Nintendo Switch version had like even more like extra stuff, like costumes and stuff like that. And I'm just like, dude, I don't want to play the Switch version if it's like, if it has issues keeping a like consistent frame rate and everything looks crappier, like, and and the audio is not as good. Like, I'd much rather play the nicer one, but I don't like that they didn't give me the option to get the extra stuff. Like, give me the extra stuff. I would pay for the extra stuff, but they gotta have something for like, well, this is the Switch version, so we gotta incentivize people to buy it again. It's like, yeah, but At least do it with the best version of the game. Don't do that. It sucks. Look at me. Look at me exploring this dungeon. I'm clearly lost. And I did figure out the other thing was bombable, but it took me a while to get there. Something about this dungeon feels really familiar, but I don't know from what. Like the thing with like the lava area and stuff, like something. There's a game I've played that had something like that. God, I'm blanking so hard. But I feel like I've played something that looked or had a similar vibe. And I obviously don't remember what it is, but I'm gonna take a sip of my drink. My bubbly, my strawberry bubbly. Yep. Were these guys bosses or were they just kind of there? Also, I didn't realize this until later because I wasn't paying attention. But you can just skip these guys. You can just literally go up and into that room. And I think the next time I go through this room, I actually do that. I'm just like, I don't know if I want to fight these guys again. But I don't know why my brain saw these guys and was like, oh no, I have to fight them. Like, there's no way around it. These are this game's version of I think it's the Dongo, the big rhinoceros looking guy from Zelda 1. I think this is supposed to be the same thing, but since it was a Game Boy game, they couldn't probably fit in a Dodongo, so they made these guys instead. Yes. But like I said, I'm close to beating it. I know I am. It depends on how long it... Oh, well, I guess good thing I killed them because there's a treasure chest up there. But I feel like I'm close to beating this game. Like, there can't be that much more, you know? Like, there's got to be... And I think what I'm going to do... I'm not going to record anything today because I've got other stuff that I got to do. So, I can't record today, but... I think I'm going to look up a guide before I start playing, so that I can, when I actually get to playing it, like, I'll be able to just go through it and just, go through it and beat it and not be kind of stuck in a loop and get mad and like, ugh. I think that's also why, like if I had, say for example, like I had Alyssa with me while I was playing this game, right? And she had a guide up that I can just be like, hey, how do I find, or what was the thing? And she's just be like, oh, well, do this, that, and the other. It's like, okay, cool. Like, I guarantee that playtime on this would have been significantly less. But I'm literally playing this game for the first time, and I don't know where to go. I do like this thing though with the when like you leave the dungeon and you come back in. They did that in. They did that in the next game, in Zelda Link to the Past, when you're in the dark world and there's the dungeon in the trees in like the forest. I feel like that one had that. I'm trying to think of what other like Zelda games are. So, oh yeah, but you can't use the secret medicine because you already have it. Never mind. No, he did put it back, yeah. Yeah, look, I have most of the map uncovered. No, but I'm trying to think of like, so I haven't played every Zelda game. You know, it's strange because I really like them, well, most of them, and they're highly rated, and it's like, oh yeah, like you've played Zelda, right? Like, yeah, I'm a Zelda fan. I've played them all, but I haven't. Let me see. Let me look at the chronology. Oh, I don't have my phone on me. Damn it. But Zelda 1 on the NES, I played that, I beat that, and the Master Quest, so that's done. Zelda 2, I beat that game so many times. Zelda, this one, first time playing through the whole thing, and it's the remake version. It's not even the original. The original, I've never fully, like, I've played up to Dungeon 1 maybe, Then after that is A Link to the Past, which I have beat. That one's really good. It's really good. It's really good. I actually want Alyssa to play it because it's really fun, and she hasn't played it, and she liked The Link Between Worlds. So I'm like, dude, you should play the one it's based off of because it's pretty good, and I'm pretty sure it still holds up today. Then after that was... I'm not gonna count the CDI games because those aren't real. Ocarina of Time, I think, was next, and I have never liked Ocarina of Time. Everyone claims it's like the best Zelda game, and it's like oh my god, I can't believe it, you're so good, the best thing in the world. I don't like it. I don't like how it looks. I don't like how it controls. I don't like how... I just don't like it. I've tried giving it a chance, but it is not my jam. Same goes for Majora's Mask, because it's basically just an expansion pack. Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons. I believe I played through Oracle of Ages as a kid. Never Seasons, because I didn't have Seasons. I had access to Ages. So... Oh, look. It's over.